John here, and in this video I'm going to try and explain some simple tips on how to diagnose issues with MultiAir. As you may know, MultiAir is Fiat's name for a system that allows variable lift and timing of the intake valves using electrohydraulic solenoids. The unit itself is quite noisy, emitting a lot of what some call hydraulic knock, though to me it sounds more like a tick. You can use this to your advantage when trying to diagnose issues with the engine, mainly uneven idle and misfire. This is a clip of the MultiAir unit functioning correctly. The engine is at hot idle, in sport mode, with the air conditioner off. Now, this is what the MultiAir unit sounds like in its fail-safe mode. As before, the engine is at hot idle, in sport mode, with the air conditioner off. To trigger the fail-safe, the blow-off valve has been disconnected. These are examples of when the computer purposely changes the actuation method. When a mechanical error occurs, the sound usually changes to a much more abrasive knocking noise. When MultiAir is functioning as designed, there are sudden changes in valve train rhythm as you move up and down the rev range. This is caused by the MultiAir unit changing modes, in this case, from late intake valve opening to full lift, at about 3,000 RPMs. If you listen closely, you'll hear it. Now, in this clip, the MultiAir unit is again in fail-safe mode. If you notice, it does not change its rhythm as it did before, because it is locked to the full lift setting. The ECU has triggered this fail-safe to protect the engine in case of a failure. When the MultiAir unit changes modes or is not operating correctly, the rhythm of the valve train changes. If you have a misfire but the valve train sounds as it always has, the issue is usually caused by something else, like ignition or fueling. If the valve train does sound different than before, there are a few possible causes. The MultiAir unit itself could have an issue. This is usually isolated to one cylinder, and the valve train have a very distinct knocking or ticking sound that is usually mistaken for bottom end noise. Another reason for the sound to change is the computer. In the start of the video, I explained that I triggered the MultiAir unit to change modes by disconnecting the blow-off valve. At idle, the blow-off valve does absolutely nothing, but because I disconnected it, the computer put the engine into limp mode. I should say that this car has multiple limp modes, but for this video, we'll refer to limp mode as a single condition. A part of the limp mode procedure in this car is to put the MultiAir unit into fail-safe mode. This can be caused by incorrect sensor readings, an overboost or underboost condition, and much more. The third and most common cause of issues is incorrect oil level or viscosity, which could be due to environmental factors such as extreme cold. The MultiAir unit is more sensitive to oil that is too thick than it is to oil that is too thin. If you need help determining if the MultiAir system is causing problems for you and the issue is intermittent, record the valve train when the car is running correctly, and then record it again when the problem starts. Use the information in the video to determine if the MultiAir unit is operating as it should. Remember, no difference in rhythm is a good indicator that your issues are being caused by something else. I hope this explanation has helped you diagnose issues with your engine as well as learn more about MultiAir. Soon, I will make a more in-depth video about how MultiAir works, but for now, I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment.